Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. We're doing an account takeover on Crunchy Toast. Yes, we are. He has said, crack on, pull some shards if you want, let's have some fun. But basically what he's looking for is some help. So we have got the kind of short road now to getting the Arbiter. He is comfortable with dragons, he's comfortable with ice golems, but he is struggling with Fireknights and he's struggling with spiders. So basically he's asked me to come in, fix those teams. Let's just have a quick look here, what sort of times we're running on the other stuff. So he said, yeah, come in, fix those teams, help me to finish my Arbiter missions. He's super excited about getting Arbiter, so really wants to get that going. So the times are okay on the other ones. They're not actually that fast, but they're not bad. But yeah, look, so we've got a few stages yet to go on Fireknights before we even get to the 20. And we've not cleared 20 at all on spiders. So they're the two sort of main priorities for the takeover. After that, I'm just going to kind of see how much time I've got to do other work. Got a decent chunk of silver here to play with. He's actually not that long into the game, so he's invested in the game to get himself to a good place relatively early. See here with 73. So that he can basically get himself to the end game and then relax into the game. He's really into the game right now, so I can understand that. So what have we got then? Let's have a look and see what we've got in terms of champions here. So we've already got Whirlim, so I guess that's from the Battle Pass. He's obviously pre-bought the Battle Pass. That's cool. I've not actually used this guy yet, so I'd be interested to give him a bit of a play around in the arena. But it looks cool. So we've got a Vizier in the team, which makes Clan Boss very easy, or much easier. We've got a Tyrell as well, which is nice for Clan Boss. Occult Brawler's in the team. 1, 2, 3. We've got a counter attacker, and we've also got a new counter attacker here in Valk. So actually, it feels like, yeah, it feels like we've got one. I mean, maybe Razin should actually be coming into the Clan Boss team. If I was building this Clan Boss team today, and I was able to just 6-star everybody and all that type of stuff, I would basically go Jareg, Razin, Valk, Vizier. I'm just thinking about poison. So Occult Brawler is the obvious poisoner, but he actually is not. Oh, hold on a sec. Oh no, I thought that was that new. Decrease attack epic, but it's not. So in terms of poisoner, you'd think, oh, we just go Occult Brawler because he lays loads of poisons. When you've got a Vizier, you actually don't need someone like an Occult Brawler. You'd rather have someone who's got a better base defense. And it might be, I mean, if you were happy to manual, actually her base defense is not that much better, but it is a bit better when you level her up. She's better than Occult Brawler if you're happy to manual. If you're not, then probably Tomb Lord might be better. Just seeing if there's anyone else down here that might actually just come in and do a better job for him. Oh, this is what I was talking about. If he's not using her for the fusion, then she'll be better than Jareg in terms of that attack down position. Let's just see if there's a better poisoner in the vault that he could use. Can't help but always come back to Clan Boss, even though that's not the thing we're doing today. It's just in my blood to see what Clan Boss team should be. Yeah, maybe Aothar would be better. No, it's not really. I mean, ideally, if he'd pulled a Steel Skull, then Steel Skull would be tons better. Marksman could be better, but he's harder to speed tune. If he'd got that, I call her Jane because I can't actually say her name, but something like Irenes. If he'd had Irenes, I can't see her here. Oh, here she is. This girl here. If you're running with someone like a Vizier, she's better for Clan Boss than an Occult Brawler. Anyway, right, what we're doing. So we're getting into spiders, and then we're going to get into Fireknights. So if I think about spiders, I'm looking for champions that can decrease turn meter. So we've got an obvious choice in a Cold Heart. I'm looking for champions that can decrease turn meter here as well. Tyrell is very good for it. I'm looking for champions that can support my team. Miscreated Monster is a beast on Spider, one of the best epics in the game for Spider. So it feels like already we've got 3 must shoe-in champions. And there's also champions that can do HP burns. They are fantastic. So a lot of people have now got Ultimate Gaelic, and he is really great for spiders if you pair him with someone that can increase attack. I mean, in this account, we're kind of blessed. We've got an Ignatius, we've got a Trunda. Trunda's probably my favourite out of the two of those because she is able to control her damage a bit better, whereas Ignatius does a bit too much damage generally. So it feels like 1, 2, 3, 4. Normally what I do is I do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I throw in someone like an Apothecary just to speed us up, just to keep the team moving. But there's other options here as well. You could go Morsley and Mage to kind of cleanse off the poisons and block poisons coming on you. You could go Santa and kind of do the unkillable stuff. So I mean, there's also an option really of using someone like a Santa and throwing in decreased defense, keep everybody alive, nuke with a Royal Guard, nuke with a Cold Heart, and then maybe throw your HP burns on and hope that is just like a one shot. It might be a faster run, but it's definitely not the most secure run. So that feels like Spider. I need to re-gear some of these champions and cleanse them off. And then if we're thinking about Fireknights, I'm generally looking for multi A1 hits. I'm looking for turn meter control. I'm looking for ways to get through the waves. So things like decreased defense and weaken is helpful. AoE. So when I'm looking here and I'm thinking what's going to work for me for Fireknights, Vizier is pretty good. We have got a counter attacker in Valk, which helps set you up to take down the shield. So she is good. Skullcrusher could do it as well. Valk's better because she brings a massive shield with her as well. Miscreated Monster is very good. Cold Heart is very good because she also brings the decreased healing mechanic. Aethel is actually quite good for this. She falls off a little bit towards endgame, but she's still pretty good. And then if I look at, so we've got Allure here. Allure is actually top class for this, best in class. She's coming along for sure. I'll see if I can get her ascended and leveled up. Tomb Lord's fantastic for this as well. He brings the AoE decreased defense. Tomb Lord's actually top tier for Fireknights. So there's loads of options here. Some of it is kind of needing to be leveled up, but some of it we can just crack on with straight away. So yeah, what I'm going to do first then, I'm just going to get into gear. What I tend to do, so I tend to look at champions. Let's pick one out here. She's not geared badly. She's not got an accuracy banner, which is hindering her to be able to lay things like stuns. Yeah, so that's a bit of an issue. That's the only thing that's really lacking in this build is accuracy. If we look at somebody like Miscreated Monster, you want high HP, you want good accuracy again. So again, we're lacking accuracy here. It feels like there's probably just needs to be some more runs done in Spiders generally. I know he's not done 20 yet, but probably even like Spider 16 would help. Just to build some of that accuracy up, because otherwise you have to find accuracy elsewhere. So you kind of end up having to find all your accuracy in stuff like banners, not banners, sorry, amulets, and you have to tend to go to gear sets which have accuracy built into them, like this set. So you end up looking to try and find some other ways to build your accuracy up. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to change some builds around, get it into a better place. I'm going to go through and cleanse out stuff like this. Flat stats. Where does it go? In the bin. In the bin. It goes in the bin unless you find a speed set with a flat stat like this and then there's speed in it. That's the only time I don't throw flat stats in the bin, especially when you're at end game. Look, if you're at early game and you want to roll a flat stat up to level 8 or something, fine, go for it. Go for your life. But don't. What are we doing here? What is going on here? Crunchy Toast has got some crunchy items and they are going to go straight in the bin. So yeah, I need to clear all this stuff out. I also probably wouldn't invest too much time in attack percentage gloves. Generally you want crit damage, you want crit rate gloves. They'll do more damage for you than attack based stuff. We've got a lot of items here. I'm going to go through, cleanse it out, get rid of all of this junk that is sitting around, and just leave the good juicy stuff, and then I can start to re-gear people. Look at what we found here. Anyway, let's do it. So we cleansed out 128 items, lots of flat stats pouring into the bin right there. Now we are ready to re-gear these guys so that we can get the job done on Spiders first. So Miscreated Monster is going to be a big part of my Spider team. I need him to be able to stun. So two things that he does. One is he It does this slam with his A2. It's got the opportunity to stun, so 50% chance to stun, but it also provides a shield for my team, and the damage is based on HP. So we need a number of things here, and this build is not bad. If it had more accuracy in this build, it'd be really good. Relentless set's not bad on him. Actually, I've got mine, or I had mine in Relentless set until recently. It's not a bad set to use on him. However, he doesn't have inbuilt into his own kit any way to generate extra turns. So Relentless is best on somebody that has got something in their kit that allows them to get an extra turn. So someone like a Relic Keeper here. So Relic Keeper has the opportunity to gain an extra turn if he kills somebody, I think it is. I've never actually built one. Grants an extra turn, yeah. So, oh no, that's not what it is. Okay, so you've got two bits of his kit that can grant an extra turn. The A1 here grants an extra turn if the target is killed. So he gets an extra turn normally. His Relentless set could even proc him a second extra turn, which means he could go and kill somebody, get an extra turn, and another extra turn from Relentless. Then he could go and hit somebody, not kill them, but still have his additional extra turns saved in the bank. That's when Relentless becomes really good. So if there's something in someone's kit that enables them to get an extra turn naturally, that's when Relentless becomes really strong. So on someone like Miscreated Monster, it's not terrible because you can just make him do additional turns, and the chance is, what, 18%? But it's not ideal for him because he doesn't have anything inbuilt into his kit that kind of naturally does it. So I'm going to take him out of the Relentless set, albeit this Relentless set's got pretty damn good stats. Look how many HP rolls it's got. HP. Yeah, but it's still not ideal. This set should be used for somebody else. If he got somebody like the new guy Rotus coming in, he would be fantastic in that set. So we're going to take it off of him, get him into some gear that's more suitable for what we need, build his accuracy up higher. We need his accuracy to be more like 200 so that we stun all those spiderlings. His job here, believe it or not, is not to be the damage dealer. Everyone's job in your team is not to be your damage dealer. There is different roles that people play. His role is to come in here and control the spiders and enable the HP burn to do its best work. So I'm going to get accuracy set on him, hopefully with some accuracy rolls as well. The idea would be I'd find something with HP and accuracy on it, just so that we're kind of boosting his damage at the same time as boosting his accuracy up. That's what I'm looking for, really. I'd rather have speed boots on him than anything else. I need him to go relatively quickly and recycle his abilities. I'm probably going to end up having to go with these 4-star gloves, albeit I don't mind crit rate gloves on him because that does boost his damage a bit. So maybe I'm going to leave that. There's actually so few accuracy items here that we're going to struggle to get the sort of level of accuracy I need. And as I said before, we don't have a banner. So anyway, I'm going to build him up and then I'll show you the finished article. Right, here we go. So Miscreated Monster is now looking a bit more solid. We're at 174 on the accuracy. Let's put it up here because I still have not activated my windows. Can't find my key. We've still got good crit rate. We've got okay crit damage. Nice high HP pool. 174 on the accuracy means he's going to land those stuns. I just noticed actually that he's got here. This is not a terrible build, by the way. It's not a terrible build, but because we're going to be throwing him into high-end spiders and high-end dungeons, what I prefer to do here is actually take him down into War Master. So War Master will give us a lot more damage on the spiderlings when we're doing our hits. Helm Smasher is also very good, actually. I probably could have done Helm Smasher. And then we're going to keep our accuracy up on this side. So we want to go accuracy. We want to increase the value of shields that he casts. So we're kind of splitting the tree here. So this one here increases the value of shields. This one increases the value of shields if the target has got has done. Don't want that one. I want this one that's going to reset its cooldown and then come here to increase buffs. You can't increase the length of time that you put a shield on, a stun on for, so there's no point me doing that one there. See, it's excluded. We can get the extra value from his gear, but I actually prefer this one here, which gives me the extra chance to drop turn meter on the spider. So that's really effective. And then this one here, as he kills things, he does more damage. So that's a build I prefer. You could easily swap War Master for Helm Smasher. Helm Smasher will mean you generate more shields, but this means you'll do more damage to the actual spider, so it depends what you're aiming for. So he's ready to go. We're going to get Trunda. Trunda's mastery's fine. Already did a little bit of work to a build here anyway, so we've got, this is okay, this is okay. Again, the accuracy is probably just a little bit low, but it's not terribly low. If she had an accuracy banner on, she'd be fine right now. I guess we don't have one. No. And we've got a little bit of accuracy in there. Can I just find a bit more anywhere? A bit more here. Not a lot though, so it's not worth it. Defense is definitely the better thing to do on these bottom stats for someone like a Trunda. This one here, because the thing you've got to bear in mind is if you're using somebody to be your HP burn, you need them to put the HP burns on, but not hit the spiderlings too hard. You want the spiderlings to stay alive and burn to death, not be hit to death. It's really important. It's a really big difference from most builds that you would do in this game. And Trunda with Miscreated Monster together are fantastic for that role. So the two of them have got stuns. HP burn goes on. The spiderlings try to move. They can't move and they burn to death. So those two are in good shape. We want a Cold Heart that can drop turn meter, which means we need the accuracy. This needs to be more like 200. This is good. This is good. HP level's not bad. Let's see what we've got on here. Accuracy. Okay, so we're getting the accuracy from the chest instead of items. So that's, I guess you've got to do it in some instances, but it's a dangerous game because what you don't want is the spiderlings coming after your Cold Heart. So ideally what you'd have here is a crit damage amulet, but it's not bad the way it's been done. But because we're so short on accuracy, you've got to find the accuracy somewhere. So you either find it in your jewellery or you change your sets. So at the moment we've probably got crit damage gloves, yes. This is really nice actually. So those two pieces are both really good. This doesn't give us any accuracy or crit rate, so I'm going to see if I can find some accuracy here somehow. This is nice, and it's pairing with this to give us the accuracy, so that's okay. These are good. Okay, so we're generally in good gear here. I could just do with a bit more accuracy coming out of this headpiece to give us a chance. So if I could roll double accuracy here, then happy days. YouTube's done its job again, and somebody's come out as a happy customer. It didn't work. It didn't work. At least one. Come on, give me one. Give me one. Yes, okay, that's not bad. So I'll roll this one up. I'm going to roll this up to full because I actually want that extra 4k. I want this to be maxed. I need the extra HP to try and stop spiderlings chasing her. So I'll roll this up and I'll show you where we get to in a sec. Okay, I think we are pretty much getting ready to go here. So I've finished Miscreated Monster. Got his accuracy up, got his HP up high. He's going pretty good. We've got Trunda in good shape now. Bit better accuracy. Still needs a bit more, but she's not too bad. Cold Heart boosted the accuracy, kept her crit rate and crit damage in good spot. Not bad HP, but she might be targeted. We need to watch out for that. Taywell just kind of boosted his defense, got him to go fast. So he's going to be laying that decreased defense nice and early. So he's in good spot. And then we've got Cold Heart for a speed up here. He's literally just as fast as he can be. Okay defense, okay HP. I don't want him to be targeted, but he might be because he's a level 50. If he doesn't work out, then we can always throw in Morsley and Mage, who again is fast. He's fast and he'll stay alive. That's the main thing we want with him. Or we could throw in Santa as well. So I think we're in good shape. Let's give it a try. Let's get ourselves into Spider. See what we can do. So spiders first. Level 20. We need it to be auto. So I see what he's trying to do here. He's trying to go fast. He's trying to decrease defense and then nuke while staying alive. It's not a bad setup. It's not a bad idea. I'm going to do it slightly differently. So I'm going to try and control the spiderlings rather than try and outrun them. But in essence, it's the same idea, but with less nukage and more control, I guess. So let's see how this works. First time running it. Let's go. The way this should work is I get sped up by my apothecary. I then get HP burns go on. As many as possible. That's what we've got there. We've got 4. It's not loads. It's not too bad. And then we just get shields kind of running for now just to try and stay in control. We should start getting turn meter stuff come out now. There's the Tyrell one. Here comes the Cold Hearts. Almost said it. Almost said it. And now we're just relying on those abilities to basically be cooled down. So the big shield will keep us healthy for now. Hopefully we keep the speed ups going from the apothecary. There we go. This poison tick is going to hurt a lot. It's probably going to be most of her health. Hopefully we don't lose her at this stage. I do need her alive. She's still good. She's still good. Going to get a heal out. Now we're going to get our shields down again, and then we get the sort of recycle. So the spider will probably get one reset before we do our kind of next set of abilities. This should now be where it's kind of kill zone. So we'll start getting those abilities come back again, but we've got 2 full turn meters before the spider heals again. So we should get the Trunda's HP burn up any second. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Not that many actually. I wonder if she's not booked. There's a Cold Heart. Nuke. And we're kind of just now waiting for people to burn to death. But as I say, we've not got that many HP burns on. I need to check to see if she's booked. So it might be, if she's not booked, then Ignatius might be better in this setup. I see he had an Ignatius as well. So the Cold Heart's starting to take a bit of pain. But I mean, for first run, if we can still do it in 3 minutes, I'd be happy with that. There's the first turn meter refill. So now that we're in a kind of danger zone, the next turn meter refill will be when the spider regens health again. Should get shields down again. We're in good shape. We're not in any sort of risk here. I think the next turn on Trunda is her HP burn back again. Might be the next turn on Cold Heart's Heartseeker as well. Nice turn meter hit there from the Tyrell. Here's the HP burns. There's a few more. That's more like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every time they move, they're going to do a chunk of damage to this spider. And I think we're going to just about get through on... No, we have got 1 regen. Okay. It's not ideal. Not ideal to get the second regen there. Probably got the Heartseeker now. Could have done with that about 2 seconds earlier. But we're in good shape. So if we'd had a bit more HP burn earlier on, we would have done this already. Just didn't land that many. But this team, so there's absolutely no way this team doesn't win. That's the main thing. So have we got an auto team that wins? Yes, 100%. Question is how fast we can make it win to try and, yeah, just kind of alleviate the pain a bit more. But this setup, I'm always looking for these sort of style of champions when I'm looking for takeovers. You know, do they have the Miscreated Monster? Do they have the Tyrell? Do they have the Trunda, the Apothecary? They're all great spider champions, kind of top tier. You see here, so we're going to kick out 3.5 minutes. Not bad. Not bad for first run. Apothecary's done literally 0 damage. He's level 50, doesn't have masteries. So that's a bit of an issue for us. I wonder if we don't just try throwing in the Ignatius. He's a level 50. I want to check something. I just want to check if Trunda is booked in any way. This one. She's booked. Okay, so 70% chance of placing a stun. Places 2 turns under stun. Okay, so what I actually need then? So she's at 204 speed. I need her to go after Miscreated Monster. Miscreated Monster I need to be faster. So I actually need to just push him into speed boots. Basically, I need her to go before him. Sorry, other way around. I need him to go before her because she is... I need more stuns out there. If more stuns are out there, then she lays HP burns on more champions. Okay, so I've slowed her down a bit, and I've also just increased her accuracy. So I'm hoping that that is going to do the job to land more of those HP burns on the spiderlings. So Miscreated Monster is going to go first. He's going to get a few more stuns off now before Trunda goes. Then Trunda should be placing HP burns on any spiderlings that have got a stun on them. I think they didn't place that many before because we didn't have enough accuracy. So we've got a number of stuns there. She's going to go now. We should get HP burns. There we go. Much more HP burn across the board. See that one? It's about 8 or 9. So this now should be a much faster run. Anytime these spiderlings with HP burn move, they burn everything. Look at the damage we're doing now. Look at the difference. So yeah, just a little bit of a tweak and bang, we are doing damage. The spider is burning to death. We're going to get one probably reset before we're able to take this out. But that reset will maybe take it to more like half health instead of nigh on full health. So that's not too bad at all. It's a shame. If we could reset to one more Heartseeker, this spider is down. But we've not got the speed to do that. But still, less than half health after first reset. Really good. And we should do this within 2 minutes, I reckon, now. So the main thing, I think Trunda's probably going to do her next HP burn straight after the miscreated monster again. So we should be on perfect sort of time frame for that. As long as this Cold Heart doesn't die on me. Don't die on me. Ah, that's a shame. There's the HP burns anyway. Got again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's enough probably to take this spider down. Plenty of shielding. We're not in any danger here. Spider's going to do one more hit. I don't think it's going to get the next reset though. Look at the chunks of damage coming off from that HP burn at level 20. HP burn gets better and better the higher the levels you get through. So if you were trying this at like level 10 or something, you won't notice the damage. But there you go. Less than 2 minutes. We'll take it. We will take it. That is good. And yeah, that is Spider dead and autoed. Okay, next challenge is going to be Fireknights. We have got Tomb Lord, who is kind of halfway to being ready. He's really useful in Fireknights, so I'm going to see if I can get him to work. Valkyrie I've built up now. She's got over 5k defense. She's going to be helpful for this. She's also kind of set up to be able to go on Clan Boss. So I've got decreased defense. I've got shielding. I am going to run the Cold Heart as well, hoping to keep her alive. That's going to be my biggest concern, is whether I can keep her alive or not. So we've got Cold Heart, Tomb Lord, Valkyrie. I think I'm going to run Miscreated Monster for some additional control. I'd like to run Allure. I think she might be too squishy. Let's try a couple of runs here, because I think it's going to be a bit... It's going to be down to whether I can keep the people I want in the fight alive. If I can't, then I'm going to have to switch into slightly slower runs, but more definite runs. So we're going to start off then with my lead. Not her, not him, not her. I think it might be this guy. I might put Santa in the team just to bring the additional HP boost and shielding. She's going in, she's going in, she's going in. And then I'm hoping that this Tomb Lord can cut it at 4 affinity and without things like the amulets and stuff. It really makes a difference when you get to this level. Now, Allure is going to be the target, so they're going to be taking on Allure, which could be a problem for us. I mean, it's possible even I'd rather have... Maybe I'd even rather have Trunda just to get me through the fight. All of that additional stuns, all of those stuns for the actual fight leading up to the boss are really helpful. Maybe I'll try this. Or would I rather speed? Really difficult to know what to do here. I think I need stuns. I think I want stuns. I think I'm going to try this. So we know Allure's going to be the target because she's negative affinity and she's not got much health. That decreased defense and decreased attack there from Tomb Lord is actually massive in this fight for us. So it just means that we've got a chance to take a hit. It means that we're going to hit much harder back. I do have quite a lot of turn meter control in this team. So I've got Cold Heart with a Heartseeker. I've got Allure with her A1. I've got Blight, which comes from Tomb Lord. So all of that together is actually really effective when we get to the boss. But you see here, we're taking big hits. That shield's just kind of kept us going, which is nice. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get through round 1 pretty safely, I'm hoping. We actually now want for someone like a Tomb Lord to not use his ability again. If it comes around to him and he uses his decreased defense now, that would be awful. But he hasn't done, that's good. Death Burst is almost perfect there. I think it means he's going to open up with his decreased defense now, which is exactly what we want. So pretty fortunate in terms of RNG there, but we've got the right ability out at the right time. Now again, we just need Allure to stay alive. This is the danger part now. The first part of wave 2 is where you really take hits and you don't have all of your main abilities back. Is she going to survive? It's going to be close. Oh, I really could have done with a Valk shield there, or a shield. Oh, she's down. That's what I needed right there. See that from Santa coming up too late. We're going to play it through anyway and just sort of see how it feels on the boss. That's so close to being spot on there, but anyway. We're going to play it through, see if we still can do some work on the boss fight. Can't afford for Cold Heart to drop as well. I can't afford for both of them to die. Otherwise I've basically got no chance. I need the turn meter control for the boss fight. But Fireknight is easily the hardest dungeon to actually get your team going on, I'd say. Most people find spiders the hardest. I think spiders, once you've got the idea of what you need to do on spiders, it's quite easy. Whereas Fireknights, even though I understand exactly what I need to do, for me it's the hardest place to build a team. Generally as well, most people, because other parts of the game don't rely so much on the affinity that you need here, it just means that you end up getting to sort of Fireknight 20, and it's the affinities that you've built the least of that tend to be the ones that you need. So again, that's why it's most difficult. If we could just come in here with a magic affinity champions, then this would be easy, but they're all the wrong affinity. So, but anyway, it looks like we're going to get to the boss. Shame we lost old Allure, because it makes this part of the fight much easier. We don't have a designated healer here, so that's a worry for the boss fight. If we don't get through him quite early, then we're in trouble. So we've got a 3-hit A1 on Tomb Lord, we've got a 4-hit on the Cold Heart. Could have done with counter attack being up there really. But there you go, we just need to get an A1 hopefully here. Didn't use that. Do we have a Heart Seeker? Yes we do. But it didn't drop turn meter, so the accuracy is not quite high enough. Again, that's the problem here. We don't have enough spider gear. I don't think anybody here is wearing an accuracy banner. And it's a real issue when you get to the sort of stage 20 stuff. And in fairness, it's mainly because the account has been boosted, in essence. So when you boost an account in the way that this has been boosted, you actually don't naturally develop the gear that you need to be able to compete at this level. So I'm kind of falsifying the gear in a way, which, you know, I'm kind of putting things like accuracy banner on, accuracy chest on Tomb Lord right now, for example, which is not ideal, but I'm just trying to make it work for the level of account that we've got here. So we're getting through the shield easy enough. We could do with the person who's dead really. The person who's going to be dropping that turn meter consistently is on the floor, wondering what happened to our life. See, we're getting resisted here. Turn meter did drop there though, that's good. So it's possible we'll do this. It is possible we'll do this. It's just going to be slow. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut off here. I'll show you the end result, death or not, and then we'll go back to the drawing board a little bit. Okay, so it has come out slow, but it's done it. It's done it on auto. So, you know, it all counts towards being able to get your Arbiter. So the question is, can we do something with this Allure to keep her alive? If I can keep Allure alive, then that becomes much easier. So I'm going to do a bit of playing around with her build. Let's just do it live here. What we're going to do. Basically, I just need to keep her alive more. So I need either more defense or more HP. So I could roll this one up fully. I could roll this one up fully, which just give us another couple of thousand health. I need the crit rate here, so I can't afford to swap this for anything other than crit rate gloves. I could change this out for HP, which wouldn't be terrible. I could also slow her down and just make her more tanky, which again wouldn't be terrible. Wouldn't be terrible. It's not ideal, but wouldn't be terrible. So I could do something like this, which you see. So I drop 30 speed, but I'd have a lot more HP, which might mean she's not the focus anymore. I'd have a little bit more defense, but I would lose accuracy as well. It's not ideal. It's not ideal at all. I don't know that I've got a lot of options though, so I'm going to try this. Try this. I'm going to leave that as it is. Do we have... really, this account needs more accuracy gear badly. It's like in bad need of more accuracy gear. So I'm going to roll this up and roll this up. I'm not going to do it on camera, so it's boring. And then we're going to get into the fight again. Okay, we've rolled those up. We changed those boots. Let's try then for one more turn. We're just looking for consistency here. I'm not looking for world record times. If I can do 6 minutes, but it's on auto consistently, I'm happy with that. It means we're going to get the Arbiter and get through that mission. In the meantime, Crunchy Toast can just kind of level up some of his other affinity champs, you know, and get things like the Ascensions done. So we definitely start off really well. This first wave takes a good old pounding early on, which is what we want. The question is, obviously, when they start to fight back, that's when things get tricky. But we are going to deal with it this time. I've got faith. I've definitely got faith. Just need to get those rotated skills back in time. Things like the shields, like this. As long as they keep coming on consistently, we've got no problem. I mean, it's possible I could switch her into something like lifesteal gear. Lifesteal gear is not a bad option here. It's just, can she sustain the hits in the first place? So it's all well and good having lifesteal gear, but if she can't take the hits, she may as well go in the bin. There's another thing here as well. At the moment, we do not have full masteries set on Valkyrie or Tomb Lord, which again, I will advise Crunchy Toast to do, because that's definitely worth doing. In fact, I might just drop him a message and see if he wants me to just throw him on now as well to make this sort of stuff easier. And once all of that's done, and you start to do this regularly, then it just becomes a much easier life. So there we go. We're not going to get a decrease of defense and attack on straight away this time from Tomb Lord, which is a bit of a problem for us. We do have Unkillable on for a little while. We could do with that Valk shield very soon. Very soon. There it is. That's nice. So we are getting the turn meter drops on. Again, that's useful. We could just do with that Blight coming through now from Tomb Lord, just to kind of give us a bit more, yeah, just a bit more time, I think. Here it should come now, hopefully. There it is. So we've got decreased defense now on a couple of these. Didn't actually land on everyone. Again, that's just an accuracy issue. But we're in better shape than we were last time. I think we're going to get through the waves this time without losing anybody. So just sort of minor tweaks, really. That's all you need sometimes to turn a losing team into a winning team. It's just thinking, right, what's the AI doing? What's the AI focused on? And how can I try and flip the focus? So you notice now just that kind of additional HP, and the damage is being split between both the Allure and the not Apothecary and the Cold Heart, but that split of damage is easier to manage than just kind of one person getting nuked. So this looks better. Feels like we're going to get to the boss. Full complement. And yeah, what I'll do then, I'll cut here. I'll show you the sort of final part of the boss fight. Well, actually, no, I'll show you this part because you'll see why this now becomes so effective. So as long as we don't sort of do too much silly stuff with abilities, we should find that we just start dropping turn meter as soon as this first shield goes. You see here we've got the counter attack on. Good A1s across the board here. We end up clearing the shield straight away. Got decreased speed on from Tomb Lord. That's another thing he brings. And at this stage, the boss shouldn't get a turn. So we should not let the boss have a turn now. We've got Cold Heart with her Heart Seeker. We've got the A1 there. See the way it dropped all that turn meter. If he does get a turn, I'll be disappointed, which I guess it's possible he might. There we go. Drop the turn meter again. And as long as there's more than half turn meter, that Allure will just do her A1. That's the way the AI is sort of programmed, which is decent. That's a decent way of doing it. So we should get the Allure A1 before it fills up again, hopefully. Maybe not. No, she's just slow. That's the trouble. I've had to build her a bit tankier, which means she's slow, which is a bit annoying. But there you go. Once we get better stuff on her, she'll be much better. But anyway, we're in good shape. It's going to be slow again. I'll cut out here. You can kind of get a feel now for what's going on. But it's a definite clear. It probably won't be that much quicker than the last one, in fairness, but it's definitely a clear. Okay, so it's turned out to be 6 minutes again. It's still a full auto run. I'm taking it. It will do. It will do. This is a full auto spider, a full auto Fireknight's keep, and that is going to be somebody getting their arbiter within a day. This is Hell Hades signing out.